Hi friends, welcome you all. So, in our previous lectures, we have studied various environmental issues, and on continuation with that lectures, this is some more issues there that are remain, and they are still important as far as environment is concerned. So, in previous lectures, we have covered pollution of soil, air, as well as water. So there are some more issues that are problematic with respect to environment, and we'll cover in this lecture that remaining issues. So in that, first is ozone depletion in stratosphere. Okay, we all know that ozone, it shields, it protects our environment, it blocks harmful UV rays that are came from outside or sun, and that ozone protects these UV rays. We all know that UV rays are highly carcinogenic and they can cause various problems if they get entered into our body, and these are highly carcinogenic. And the ozone, it is a layer of oxygen which is present in stratosphere. That ozone protects, the layer of ozone protects that UV rays from coming to earth. Okay, so ozone depletion in the stratosphere is the big concern nowadays. There are some means some places in the stratosphere where ozone, it has holes, and these holes are due to denaturation of ozone in that particular layer due to some pollutants, say for example CFCs and other greenhouse gases. And due to that UV rays, they are not getting blocked, and they are coming directly coming to earth, and they are causing severe health issues. So there are two types of ozones are there, bad as well as good ozone. So good ozone is found in stratosphere, and it acts as a shield absorbing UV light radiation from sun. So good ozone, it is present in stratosphere nearly about 16 kilometer from the surface of earth, uh, where that ozone form layer, and it shields, it protects us from ultraviolet rays that are came from sun. Now bad ozone is formed in troposphere, that is lower atmosphere, and it harm plants as well as animals. Okay, UV rays, as we are familiar that, as we all know that UV rays are highly injurious since they cause mutation, and mutations leads to cancers. Okay, especially skin cancers. The thickness of ozone, that is represented by O3. Ozone is represented by formula O3 in column of air from ground to top atmosphere is measured in terms of Dobson units. Okay, so the thickness of ozone is measured in Dobson unit. In stratosphere, UV rays acts as on molecular oxygen to produce ozone. UV rays also cause degradation of ozone to O2. So this formation of ozone, that is O3 to O2, it acts in cyclic manner, and the process is balanced, that is it is act in equilibrium. But this balance is disrupted due to ozone degradation by CFCs that are known as chlorofluorocarbon, which are commonly used in refrigeration or refrigerators. And CFCs, they are waste product that are came from refrigeration things, and CFCs move upward and reach stratosphere. UV rays acts on CFCs releasing Cl atom, and in presence of Cl catalyst, ozone degrades to O2. In this figure you can find the reaction that how CFCs, they are responsible for degradation of ozone into O2. And once that ozone get degraded, it will no longer function to block UV rays, and it creates ozone hole over the arithmetic Antarctic region. Okay, so what are the impact of ozone depletion? So UV radiation of wavelength shorter than UVB are almost completely absorbed by earth atmosphere, and UVB causes mutation in DNA which leads to skin it damages skin cells and it causes ultimately skin cancers. You can see in these pictures lesions that are arise due to skin cancer and that are due to UV, harmful UV rays. Okay, so it is highly carcinogenic. UV rays are, they are highly carcinogenic because they have wavelength which is shorter, and we know that the rays that contain shorter wavelength, they are of high energy capacity. Then UV radiation of wavelength shorter than UVB are almost completely absorbed by Earth atmosphere, as we have seen, and it causes mutation as well as skin cancer. Also, it leads to damage of cornea, that is cataract, and it permanently damages the cornea. Okay, it causes inflammation of cornea, that is snow blindness, and it causes cataract. The Montreal Protocol, an international treaty in Canada in 1987, was signed to control emission of ozone depleting substances. And there are protocols for developed and developing countries for reducing emission of CFCs and other ozone depleting chemicals. So these are international bodies. They have set some protocols for developed as well as developing countries to reduce their emission of ozone. Okay, that is emission of CFCs. The next environmental issue is degradation by improper resources utilization and maintenance, and it is caused it causes soil erosion as well as soil leaching, and it is due to human activity like over cultivation, then deforestation, then grazing and poor irrigation practices leads to soil erosion. So once the soil get eroded, it loses its fertility, and again it loses its water holding capacity, and it will no longer fertile to produce any kind of plants, and it is a big concern as far as soil is concerned, and it results in arid patches of land and desertification. So increased urbanization also create desertification. So these are some of the reasons like over cultivation, then deforestation and grazing, as well as poor irrigation. So these are some of the factors that causes soil erosion as well as desertification. Then waterlogging and soil salinity. So these are the problems as a part of green revolution. Irrigation without proper drainage of water leads to waterlogging in soil, and it draws salt to surface of soil, and the salt is deposited on the land's surface or collects on plant root, and it damages the agriculture. So basically the untreated water, if it get mixed with irrigated water, so the salts present in that water, they get attached to soil, and further they causes clogging of soil, and it increases soil salinity, and the soil will no longer capacity to hold water. Okay, the next issue is deforestation. So as we all are aware about the deforestation, it is a big concern nowadays, and since couple of decades that trees they are regularly cutting for various purposes, and it is very problematic as far as environment is concerned, because tree provide us fresh oxygen. Besides tree, they are sources of medicine, as well as we get many things from tree, and mainly they absorb carbon dioxide, which is potent greenhouse gases as well as pollutant, and we get fresh oxygen. But since couple of decades, deforestation problem is very severe, and it is conversion of forested areas into non-forested ones, that is called as deforestation. So almost 40% forest will lost in tropics, and compared to only 1% in temperate region. And there is national forest policy which is given in 1988 of India, has recommended 33% forest cover for plants and 63% for hills, but we have only 19.5% of forest cover, and it was about 30% at beginning of 20th century. So it is really very big concern as far as environment is concerned, and deforestation is very problematic. So what are the reasons for deforestation? So conversion of forest land into agricultural land, and further trees they are cut down for timber, firewood as well as cattle raising. Then they are cut for furnitures, etc., or some other things. Uh, what are the consequences of deforestation? So deforestation leads to atmospheric rise of CO2 level, which is usually absorbed by plants, and we get fresh oxygen. But deforestation leads to accumulation of atmospheric concentration of CO2, and which is we know that pollutant and potential greenhouse gases, which causing the problem of global warming, and loss of biodiversity due to habitat destruction, then disturb hydrologic cycle. These are some consequences. It losses biodiversity. So trees they again responsible. They are a host for various birds, various insects, various uh, animals, and all that biodiversity get lost, or it get disturbed due to deforestation. And disturbance also we can find in hydrologic cycle, that is a fluctuation in rain pattern, and it also leads to soil erosion as well as desertification. Okay, so these are the some drawbacks or consequences or problems arising due to deforestation. What are the solution? So simply we have to plant more and more trees, and that is called as reforestation, to overcome this problem. And the process is of restoring a forest that once existed in past. It is the only solution to overcome this problem, and it may occur naturally in deforested areas. However, we can speed it by planting trees. Then there are some movements that were carried out by in previous period, and it is actually people participation in conservation of forest. In that, Bishnoi movement was there, then Chipko movement was there, which are very popular as far as deforestation is concerned. And these movements, the goal of these movements ultimately to protect forests from deforestation. Okay, thanks.